I was given the manuscript for this by Andy Weir to both be in it and to produce, but I was given it at, I mean, really that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I loved The Martian, but nothing could prepare me for this journey I was about to go on, and just how incredible this book is. And it's so fun now because this book is so beloved by so many people. They're so fiercely protective of it. I've never worked on something where I'm so confident that the story and the characters are great and that the audience is going to love it, because it's already been stress tested by the audience of book readers, and it's so beloved. So it's just really, I just knew if we could stay true to the book, that we would make a great film. My first thought was like, I needed to get a better producer than me involved, because this was sort of seemingly impossible. So I needed the best. And I knew that Amy Pascal loomed large in her legend. She'd made Little Women and Spider-Man. And if you can do that, you can do anything. So I approached her and asked her if she would produce this with me. And I was so lucky that she said yes. And then the next thought was, who can direct this? And there really was no question in my mind. It had to be Chris and Phil. They had to direct this. There was no one else for me that could do this. So I reached out to them, and they loved the book as well, and we all joined forces to start to make the impossible possible. There's so much about this book that made me want to make it into a film. It's such an epic journey. It's a journey that you only through the experience of this film. It's an experience you will never have, probably, unless with this book or with this film. I mean, the idea that you start on Earth and you go to another galaxy and you make friends with an alien and you save the world is just too fun to pass up. And on top of it, there just were so many incredible layers to it, and just really hopeful. I mean, even though it is about the sun dying, it's hopeful in the sense that it supports this idea and believes in this idea that we're capable of anything, no matter how bleak it seems, that as long as you don't give up hope, that really anything is possible and miracles are possible. The setup is that this character, Ryland Grace, wakes up in space with no memory. And he slowly regains his memories, and he realizes that the reason he's there is that the sun is dying. And then an alien shows up who's also trying to save the sun. And they form this incredible friendship as they each try to save their home worlds. just by believing that, the impossible is possible. Ryland Grace is a middle school teacher who used to be in academia, but lost his career. He lost his ambition, I think, but he still believes that he's right. And he's just exceptionally smart, but still very relatable. Even though he's brilliant, he reacts to everything, I think, as most of us would. He's not stoic in any way. He's not your typical hero in any way. He's not, brave in any traditional sense. He doesn't have any illusions about being a hero, and he's quite fearful, and I think realistically fearful, and I think that makes him such a fun person to go on this extraordinary journey with, because he reacts to every terrifying thing with the same amount of horror that we might, but he somehow manages to not let his fear rule him, and he just keeps trying. Sandra Hüller was another person where I just couldn't imagine anyone else but her. And when we were casting the movie, it was like award season, and so I kept seeing Sandra at all of these places, and I just thought it would be a dream to work with this person. I loved her work so much, but also just she had this warmth to her, even though she could also play very the strong silent type, but there was just this warmth that was undeniable, and she was just this incredible, very special balance of both. And so again, it was one of those things where when she agreed to do the movie, I couldn't imagine it any other way. It was such a joy to work with her. It just was like that. It was from the first scene, it was fun, and it was fun until the end. And she's the other heart of the film.